These aren't all Google. Some of the labels so that you have to actually memorize what the labels are.
Within your soul, no matter what I do.
Hey guys, I'm Alex and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm about to become a first year medical student in literally 2 days. And if you're interested in more medical content, please make sure you subscribe down below and give this video a like. Today I'm going to be showing you what is on my iPhone. I have the iPhone XS Max. I got it about 4 years ago and it's still holding up pretty damn well. So yeah, let's get started. My lock screen is a picture of me and my friends when we went on holiday, and I literally only have these two screens. And as you can see, everything is organized into folders, which is personally what I like because I just know where everything is. Starting on the first page, I have the screen time widget and the weather widget. These are just really useful to always look at. The screen time one so that I can keep myself accountable, so that I know how much time I'm spending on my phone, because I really don't want to be spending that much time. And if I want to check what I'm spending my time on, I can easily just click on it and check. Next we have the weather app. Again, easy to just check on it and see what's going on with the weather. And you know, if I'm planning my outfit or whatever it is, it's just really useful to always have the weather right there. So then I would say the 4 apps that I probably need to access the most, that don't really fit into a category to be honest, are the 4 on the top row. So settings, camera, Safari and Spotify. Settings I always have to go in just for random things I don't even know. I feel like I'm always on settings. Camera I use to film videos, take photos. It's just really useful to always have that there. Safari, you know, I'm always googling things, literally. You can see what my last Google search was: when was IKEA established? And if you didn't know, it was in 1943 by a 17-year-old. Next we have Spotify. I mean, I'm always listening to music, and recently I've been into country music, so that's been really nice. Next I have the 4 folders that I use the most and that are most important to me. So the first one is med school, so let's have a look. So I have 2 screens in the med school folder. Most of these apps are just ones that the school told me to download. When we enrolled online, these were some of the apps that they told us to download, and I downloaded them. I'm all ready. So the first one is, the first 2, Blackboard and My Brighton, are used to organize information and classes, schedules, grades, basically. The next 4, so Learning, Furrows, Print, Poll Everywhere, Nearpod, Action Bound, I literally have no idea what they do. I guess I'll find out soon, but they're recommended by my med school to download. Next we have Anki and Quizlet. Both of these are incredible, flashcard app, and I used Quizlet a lot when I was in high school. I haven't used Anki as much. In fact, I've never really used Anki, but I've heard that it's much better for med school students because there's a lot of more options that you can do with flashcards. So you could have a diagram and then blur out some of the labels so that you have to actually memorize what the labels are, which I think is really good for learning anatomy. And yeah, I think I'm going to be using a lot of that one, and it's good to have it on your phone so it's on the go, you know. Next page, Office is just like Microsoft Office. Unify, it's basically an app to message other university students, and I was actually logged in, but for some reason it logs you out every now and then if you're not really active. And to be honest, I really didn't use that much. I was in a group chat, it wasn't super interesting, so I'm in many more group chats, so I just really didn't keep up with it. Next we have Microsoft Teams, which my school uses to organize everything. Zoom, it's not Zoom, it's Microsoft Teams video chat, whatever it's called. But yeah, they use that for anything that's going to be online and to tell us our assignments and different calendar updates or whatever it may be. Next, Google Translate. I don't know why this is in this folder, I just really didn't know where to put it, but I used to use Google Translate a lot when I was in Japan just to figure out what things meant, or in my Japanese classes. But now I'm not really learning another language, so I don't really need to have that app, but I'm going to keep it anyway because you never know. And then Inkling ebooks, it's basically where you can download different ebooks, and I was just looking through this flashcard app thingy that I got, or flashcard book that I got, and yeah, so it's more like academic books that you download on here, so that's why it's in the med school folder. Next we have books. This is probably one of my most used folders, which is really I don't know. So books, Kindle, Goodreads and Audible. I don't use Audible because I don't have the subscription thingy, whatever it is, so yeah, I don't know why that's there, I just have it. Books and Kindle, I sometimes use one, sometimes use the other. Just depends on which place I can find the cheaper version of the book, basically. So yeah. And Goodreads I sometimes use to like review books and figure out which books I want to read next. The next folder we have is called Money. So this is literally just everything related to money. I have another folder later on which is to do with shopping, so this is slightly different. But in this I have PayPal, which I use to sometimes buy things, send people money, this, that, whatever. Cash App, same thing, I use it to send people money. Tesco Club Card, Tesco Groceries. Don't really know why I have these apps, but like if I'm in the Tesco shop, if I need to buy something, I'll just scan my club card on my phone. HSBC, I'm with HSBC, which is why I have the app, and it's where I can do online banking basically. Delivery Rider, I haven't actually used, but I've signed up and I'm like valid to be able to use it, so if I ever want to make a bit of money here and there, I can literally do that. 3, I'm with 3, as you can see, and this is just where I can see my contract and everything like that. I'm not really opening any of these apps because I don't know what's on the front page. Yeah, I don't know if it's anything sensitive. Next we have Nectar, which is just for Sainsbury's, same as the Tesco Club Card. It's just for getting points basically. And Plum is for like managing your money. I haven't really started using it, but I think I might. I'm gonna look into it and see if I want to use it. The next folder we have is YouTube, my favorite folder. So vidIQ, TubeBuddy and YouTube Studio are all like kind of YouTuber analytic apps basically. So I don't really use vidIQ that much. I don't know why, I just never really used it. But TubeBuddy I use to see like analytics on my channel and basically stuff like that. So it tells me my live subscriber count, which that's not even accurate. My subscribers is 162. Yeah, 464 went up. That's nice. But yeah, so TubeBuddy I use to like see stuff like that. YouTube Studio is more like YouTube, like the analytics of your videos, how many views you're getting, how much watch time you're getting, where your subscribers are located, stuff like that. Next we have photos, and you might be confused why this is in this folder, but it's because if I ever film something on my phone for YouTube, I want to access it easily, and I know that I'm making YouTube videos, so I use it in photos. Other than that, I really don't use photos that much, to be honest. And next we have YouTube. This has nothing to do with like me as a YouTuber, I just watch YouTube, and since this folder is called YouTube, I thought it's probably best if I have YouTube in this app, you know, in this folder, you know. Okay, and the last thing on the home page is to do, and this is just a to-do list app basically, and it's really basic, really simple. You can make different categories for lists. So some of the categories, these are some things that I need to buy. I actually bought apple juice, but these are some things that I need to buy for just shopping general stuff. And then the different lists I have med school, personal, YouTube and shopping. So my YouTube to-do list will be like to edit this video, make a thumbnail, don't know, promote my video on my Instagram or something like that. Personal, let's have a look. I need to get my laptop fixed. That's true. Should probably do that. And shopping I just showed you, and I have nothing in med school at the moment because I have not started yet. And you can start certain things if they're really important and you want to complete them in that same day. So I thought that was really important, and you can create basically things that you need to do that day. I think it's a really simple and good app that you can use. Okay, let's talk about my dock. My dock is actually, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to put on my dock, but I think this is the dock that I'm going to be keeping for a decent while, you know. So first, the two main apps I have is Outlook and Gmail, and these are probably the most, I'd say, like important productivity apps that I have. So Outlook is for my school email, and yeah, basically that's it. Gmail is for my personal email. Not much more to say about those, but I use them the most and they're really important to just be able to access, so I put them on the dock. Next, the folder, as you can kind of see, is my socials. So the basic ones, phone, messages and FaceTime, the ones that come with Apple. Then the ones I use the most, probably WhatsApp and Instagram. I definitely use WhatsApp a lot for all my school group chats. Yeah, a lot of group chats. And then I use Instagram a lot. This is my Instagram, you can go follow me if you want. Yeah, I don't really post that regularly, but I do post on my stories pretty regularly. Snapchat I use fairly frequently. I'd say it's like one of my main forms of communication with closer friends. So WhatsApp is more like group chats, Snapchat's more for communicating with closer friends. And then we got Facebook Messenger, which I really don't use super often. I use it for group chats with my auntie and uncle, and I also use it to message my grandma. So yeah, that's basically why I have it, for family reasons. LinkedIn, don't use yet, but I definitely need to set up my LinkedIn profile because apparently that's really important to do. And then Reddit, same thing. I went through a phase of Reddit, but nah, don't really do it anymore. And then the next folder is my productivity folder. So Notion is where I used to keep track of pretty much everything. These are all the pages that I have on Notion. So I have a journal where I basically use to write down things that I'm thinking, or if I want to remember it for a later date, or if I just basically basic thoughts that I'm thinking. Medical school, that page is going to be where I'm organizing everything that I receive, information or homework or whatever it is about medical school. I may even use it to take notes. I haven't quite decided yet. Next we have to do, which is literally just a master to-do list of everything I need to do. Finances is where I'm just basically tracking everything that I'm spending, mainly my miscellaneous things, because my subscriptions, my phone contract, housing bills, everything like that is already constant, so I actually track that on a spreadsheet. But then all my miscellaneous spending I track on Finances Notion page. Planning and assignments is for all my assignments, as the name suggests, for medical school. Life, it's just life stuff basically, like my calendar basically for like general events. So I'm going to use it to plan out Freshers Week and everything like that. So everything that's not really medical school related, I'll track in there. And experiences I made as like a, when I'm going in hospitals or if I'm going in medical school and something happens, I'll use this page to write it down so that it's just like a memory that I have and it's something special that happened. That's it for my Notion. Next I have notes. I literally take so many notes on here. I went through my notes yesterday to like clean them out, and yeah, I had so many random notes. Some of them are like shopping lists or things I want to buy, things I want to do, things I want to read, things I want to watch. It's basically planning things that I want to do in the future in a way. Yeah, I use it for a lot of different things. Calendar I don't use, but anyway, apparently my med school syncs to the calendar, so we'll see if I'm actually going to use that. Good Notes is what I use to take my notes. Obviously I don't take notes on my phone, I take them on my iPad, but it's always good to have another copy of your notes on your phone in case you're on the go and you want to do some studying or something. And Forest I use as a timer to motivate myself to study a little bit. I don't really need it that much, but sometimes it's nice to have it on because then I don't have my phone as a distraction, because it prevents you from using your phone for the amount of time that you allocate for your studying. So yeah, in that way it's pretty useful. I would actually really recommend it for anyone who struggles with being distracted by their phone, because it did help me at the beginning. That is it for page number 1. Number 2. These apps are ones that I don't use as often, just like general apps that if I need them they're there, but I don't really use them. The first folder is fitness, and this is all my fitness apps. So Strava is where I use to post all my runs and any workouts that I do. Basically, don't know why I actually do it, but it's just a thing that runners do, so I do it too. My Fitness Pal, I don't use that anymore, but I did use it to like look up recipes and stuff, and I've heard people use it to track like what they're eating every day. Personally, I don't track what I'm eating. I guess I do intuitive eating. I mean, I don't eat the healthiest, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, I eat what's right for me, so no one can complain about that. The next two apps I have Garmin Connect and Garmin IQ. So those are both for my Garmin. If you didn't know, I have a Garmin 645. I think it's a Garmin 645, and it has music as well. I use this for my runs. It can connect to my AirPods and play music, which is really nice because then I don't have to bring my phone with me. And then Garmin Connect is basically where you sync up your Garmin. Morsia is a workout app. It actually requires a subscription and I haven't paid for it, but I have it here just in case because I've heard it's like a pretty good app for workouts. My Protein is where I buy my protein. I actually recently bought the chocolate brownie one. Oh, it's so good. Like, their protein's so good. Anyway, it actually came with a limited edition shaker bottle. It's so nice. Like, literally, it's pink. Oh my gosh. It's literally me. And that's it for the fitness one. Next we have shopping, which is literally just accumulation of all the shopping apps that I've used on my phone. I don't actually shop through my phone. I mainly shop on my computer through the website. I just find it easier, but if I ever want to like browse or anything, I'll do that on here. And actually I do use Amazon on my phone to buy things because it's really convenient if I'm out and about. Actually, one thing that I found is really useful, if you're ever in a shop and you're wanting to buy something, check on Amazon to see how much it costs. For real, unless you need it immediately that second, check on Amazon to see if they have it cheap, because a lot of the time they do, and I've actually saved a decent amount of money doing that. Like yesterday I was out shopping and I was buying some things for uni, and literally half the stationery and everything was so much cheaper on Amazon. Like post-it notes, pens, everything so much cheaper on Amazon. I don't really have that much more to say about this folder because to be honest I really don't use them that much. So let's move on. Next we have the Google folder, which I know these aren't all Google Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and OneNote and OneDrive are all not Google, but they're kind of like similar functioning, so I put them in this folder as well. I don't use any of these apps on my phone. I only use them on my computer, but I just have them here just in case, you know, so that I have the exact same things on my computer on my phone, so that I can always look at things on the go. And then Google Drive. Google Maps I use a lot just to get around and stuff. Google Chrome I don't really use. I know a lot of people use it on their phones as well. I personally only use it on my laptop, and then on my phone I just use Safari. I don't know, I never really converted to Google Chrome on my phone. Docs, Sheet, and Slides. I used to use all these Google apps when I was in high school, but I really don't anymore, and my university uses Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, all the Microsoft versions, so I think I'll be using those a lot more now. Next we have Other, which is literally the most boring folder I've ever looked into. VPN is a VPN that my dad has, and I use it. Don't really use it, but I could. And then Duolingo I use to like learn languages every now and then. I was doing Japanese on here as well, but then I was learning it at school and school teaching was way better, so I just stopped. But I did do a bit of Danish on here because if you don't know, my family is Danish. All my cousins are Danish, my grandparents. It's really nice if I could speak a bit of Danish to talk to them in their own language. They all do speak English, but obviously English is not their first language, so it would be good if I could sometimes speak to them in Danish. And then Headspace I haven't used as much recently, but it's like basically a meditation app, and it guides you through certain meditations for sleep or meditating basically. And there is a way that you can upgrade to get more access to different meditation things, but I have not done that because I don't really use it that much. Video, everything video related. BBC iPlayer, Prime Video, Netflix, Amazon Music. I guess that is not video related, and neither Shazam. But yeah, Shazam is a really cool app where you can use to basically find a song. So if you're listening to a song in a cafe or in a video, you can literally just tap Shazam and it will pick up on what the song is. So obviously there's no song going on right now, so it's not going to pick it up. Then Amazon Music, it came with my Amazon Prime subscription, so I have it there, but I don't use it very much. Same with Prime Video, it came with my subscription, and occasionally I'll use it to watch a movie, but yeah, not too often. Next we have Student. This is my favorite app. Unidays and Student Beans are both student discount apps that you get when you become a university student, so you can get a lot of discounts. Like they have 10% off pretty much every shop you can think of. Every little helps, you know. Student Beans is pretty much the exact same thing. They have different shops on here, so it's good to have both. So like if I wanted to buy a rail card, I can get 5% student discount, 30% off Boohoo, free delivery for Pretty Little Thing, yeah, Alton Tower tickets for 20 quid. Basically they just have discounts on pretty much everything, and yeah, it's pretty useful. Like legit 30% student discount for Logitech. I used to have a Logitech mouse and it was pretty good. It was really good actually. And I know people have Logitech keyboards and Logitech cases and stuff. So if you're a student, I definitely recommend that you get Student Beans. I'm pretty sure it's only in the UK. I have to double check that. Next we have a cashback app. This is basically just you can scan your receipts and get different cashback offers. So I use some of these, I don't use all of them. The main ones I use is Drop and Enslay. They're pretty good. You don't earn that much money. You don't really notice it, to be honest. If you're really on a tight budget, I would recommend them, but you honestly really don't notice. It's a couple pounds here and there that you get back. Next we have food. It's literally just called Folder because I haven't changed the name. It has Deliveroo and McDonald's. I never order food. I'm not that kind of person. I always like to go out and get food or cook at home, so I never really use those apps, but you never know. I'm about to become a busy uni student. So next we have travel. So bus times is pretty good. I use it just to see when the next bus is coming, and it tells you the closest bus stop to you, so you don't have to search for the actual bus stop. Brightling Road is the closest bus stop to me, and it tells me that there's a bus due right now. And then the next one's in 9 minutes, 13 minutes, 26 minutes. I use it all the time. Trainline shows you when trains are coming, and you can actually book tickets and stuff through the Trainline app, but mainly I just use it to see when the trains are coming. Rail card, I haven't got a rail card as you can see, but if I ever do get a rail card, it would be in there. And basically a rail card is something that you buy up front, and it gives you discounts on all train tickets. So if you're traveling on the train a lot, it's pretty useful to get. Okay, and next we have Brighton Hove, which Brighton and Hove is the name of the area where my medical school is at. So this is basically the bus times for that area, because bus times, the app I showed you before, is actually only for London. So yeah, Brighton Hove, this app, and you can actually buy tickets through this app and whatnot. So it's pretty good, and you get discounts on things through the app as well. So that's mainly why I have that. That is actually gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Whew, that was a lot of talking and explaining. It was pretty fun though. A few months ago I actually spent a long time organizing my phone and making sure that all my folders were in the right place, but now I'm going through it again, and I think it needs a little bit of a shuffle around maybe. I don't know, I kind of like it how it is, so maybe I'll keep it for a while. Anyway, let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments down below for what I should do with my home screen. Anything that's worked for you really well for productivity or just for aesthetics. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be my med school moving in vlog, because today is Wednesday, I move in on Saturday. I'm so excited, so pumped. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.